Hey girl. Hey guys. Hey there, rooster. Would y'all like to come out for a while? I call this one Adam and Adam. That's Adam over there. That's the rooster. And this one down here is Eve. Because that's all I got right now. But anyhow, we're going to hopefully have some youngins in the spring. Let's let them out. They definitely don't like being cooped up. There they go. Free at last. Hi, it's Bob again in West Virginia. Up in the mountains here. I wanted to share with you now the completion of my forge build. I might have to make some tweaks to it here and there, but I hope it's good enough for what I need to use it for. Which I'm not a professional blacksmith by any means. I don't know anything about it at this point, but I'm going to learn. And I thought, you know, why not build a forge and then learn, and then if it doesn't suit me, I can always go more professional. But at any rate, I'm going to complete that process today. Going to finish the legs and the little flapper that controls the ash dump. And I thought you might like to see how I do this. Now, I also have some scrap I'm going to be using for the sacrificial piece of metal that goes inside. Well, you'll see. I've got to drill some holes in it, get that done, so stay with me. I got a little diagram here that I drew the other night to try to figure out how in the world I was going to put this little flapper on the end here. That's where the air intake is. That's where the air is going to come in. And then on the top here, I've got basically an open hole. Now, that hole is going to have to be covered because there's air going to be coming in there, and that's the air intake pipe, so you wouldn't want it coming in there too. So I'm going to put a little flapper gizmo on that. Haven't figured out how to do it, but I drew myself a little picture because I'm thinking this might work. What I've got here is this is the little flapper, and then I followed it across, and I'm putting a hinge on it, trying to figure out what kind of hinge to use, and then that would be a handle going on it, and then that's kind of the finished drawing. I have to bring that weld out a little bit farther than the tubing. So that's my idea anyhow. So I'm going to get to work on that and see what I can come up with. Okay, I've got two little pieces that I've created here that it's much thicker than it needs to be. It's probably 3/16. Kind of rough cut out, nothing fancy, doesn't have to be. Got holes in it to act as a hinge. One will be on the top of this and one will be on the other side. And that's where the flapper for the air intake on the bottom, the ash dump is gonna be, and how it's gonna work. You'll see here in a little bit. All right, well here's my flapper hinges that I came up with for the ash dump. I got these two little pieces fabricated and laid on here, and then the handle just slip right through there like that, and then there's gonna be a pin through there, so it'll just open and close like this. In fact, if I can hold this camera and do this, I'm going to show you. I hope. Okay, there we go. That's how it's going to work, and then it's just going to hinge up and down like this right here, and the gravity of the weight of the handle should hold it in place. I'm going to go ahead and hook it up and see, but anyhow, in theory, that's how it works. This is another piece of scrap. This actually was the top part of a wood fireplace insert that somebody gave me, and then I've cut and used a lot of the metal from this. I'm about to now make an insert for the top of the forge that I'm building, so that it will absorb most of the heat. And you can see it's got some ripples in it, but that's going to raise it up away from the metal underneath of it to protect that. This is disposable. If this thing burns out, I don't care. I can always go ahead and make another one. So the first thing I got to do is plasma cut this out. Basically about to this shape as close as I can get. One more thing I want to do before I fire this up is I want to attach a piece of railroad rail that a friend gave me to a block of wood, or a stump if you will, so I can have an anvil. When I get the metal hot, I want to be able to try it out. So I'm going to do that. I got to go down in the woods to get a piece, but I'll just take you along for the ride. I should have something down here in the woods that I haven't split yet. Well, let's see if we got one over here. Nah, they are not quite big enough, I don't believe. Should have one down this way. Phew. Man, that ought to work. Okay, I'm getting ready to do my first initial fire up of the forge, and what I've got here is a piece of red tubing that I scavenged off of something that I found around here, and then I've connected an air hose to it, put a fitting, welded a fitting on the end. Let me see if you can get kind of, there you go. Okay, and then it just goes up here, has a bend in it. I actually made this for my wood stove in my shop. Whenever I get ready to start a fire and it's wintertime and I want it to get going, I use compressed air. So I thought, what the heck, let's try compressed air and see if it's going to work inside of here on this thing. So anyhow, got my braces on there, as you can see. Got my little flapper on there. Little flapper works like this. You just lift it up to dump the ashes out when you want to, or if you want air in there without any compressed air or a fan, or I've seen some people use like a hot air dryer, but if you want air without that, just regular air, you just have to lift that up and like a little clip, I'll clip right here, hold it up. Otherwise it stays down. And I just got that taped in. This is experimental. I'm just trying it for the first time, see if it'll even work. And I've got my fire set up. I got some coal on top, ready to go. Let's just fire it up and see what happens. I just got the damper on the bottom opened right now. I don't have any air coming to it through the compressor.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but the air is coming up through the bottom really well. Obviously, it's not good enough to work any metal with, but I think it will work this time. I'm going to check in with you again in just a little bit, see how it's doing there. Blowing good and red. I'd say that if I put enough charcoal in this thing, it's going to make my rebar, whatever I want to bend, work really nicely. Let's see if this metal's hot. I would say it is.
All right, that's what I was able to achieve with my little forge. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more videos. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. As always, I'm Bob with Life in the Mountains.